Guys, I'm sitting here and I'm trying to make a video, and I'm feeling like I'm trying too hard. Like, I want to be a vessel of the most divine, and I want to be able to provide you guys a video. And that's the thing, like planning and thinking of what I'm going to say never helps me. All of these videos and all of my videos from ever since I started making videos has always been fully in the moment, high frequency, place of joy, place of love, place of gratitude and stillness, to be able to be a vessel and speak to you guys and serve you guys, because it's never about me. Your greatest purpose is not going to be about you. It's going to be about how do you serve the world. And I'm grateful and I'm blessed that I've gone through struggles at a very early age. My mother had mental health issues when I was like 10 years old. I've experienced the spirit world at a very young age, not knowing how to explain certain things, the supernatural. I've had friends who lost their life when I was at a young age. All my life, I was the person where it was like everyone just thought I had a million problems. And in reality, it's like God just gave me a very difficult path to walk on. I felt very disconnected when I was really young, and all I wanted to do was just fit in. All I wanted to do was like understand, or just not look at life how I had no choice but to look at it. Like, what's the purpose of it all? I remember being 12 and just asking myself, what's the purpose of life? Most kids who are 12 years old are playing games or just hanging out with friends. When I was 12 years old, I was sitting still, meditating in my mom's house in Puerto Rico. I didn't even have really a whole lot of friends. It was my first time living and going to school in Puerto Rico. And again, I was doing it for a higher purpose. My higher purpose was to help or to be there for my mother. I was willing to be courageous and say, you know what, I'm going to go to high school. Like, I'm going to go to school here 1 year so I could just spend time with my mother, because I loved her so much and I didn't want her to be by herself. That was the first time of my life being from a place, growing up in a neighborhood where everyone knows my family, and I'm like popular, and I have an abundant amount of friends who go into school in a new country and not being able to speak to anyone because I hardly spoke Spanish, and it was just me and my mom. Don't you understand that, like, the people you look up to suffered earlier in life? And so when you sit and when you compare yourself to people who are more successful than you or have these luxuries, you don't understand. You don't see the sacrifice. You don't see that they wish that they had your life. They wish they had your family. I wish my whole life that my family never separated. I wish my whole life that life wasn't the way it was. I wish my whole life that I didn't have to struggle. I wish my whole life that life was not how it was. And it took me all my life for me to really get to a place where I am so tremendously grateful, and life couldn't be so much more in alignment with my highest and greatest self, because I'm so young and people look up to me and they ask me for advice and they ask me for my input, and the words I say, I just speak it, and it creates emotional turbulences for people, and it helps and heals people, and I'm not even trying. I'm just speaking my truth. Don't you understand that your life has purpose? Don't you understand that there is more to this life than what meets the eye? Don't you understand that you are meant for something greater than how you may feel right now? Don't you understand that everything takes sacrifice? My whole life was a sacrifice. Who are you sacrificing your life for? Are you going to work because of your own needs, or are you going to work because of your mother? Are you going to work because of your brother? Are you showing up? Are you trying new things because of you have this life of you want a Lamborghini, or you want this, or are you doing it because your brother's in the hospital? That's two different walks of life. Who are you? What are you doing it for? Because your purpose is not about what you want. Your purpose is about what the world needs. And once you tap into what the world needs, everything goes out the window. You don't fear death because you know it's a part of it. You don't fear nothing. Because you know being brave and being courageous and not living in fear is what God needs you to do. It's because you know that's high vibration frequencies. You know you need to prove yourself to the universe that life is a test. Life is calling me to be courageous right now. And it's also calling a lot of people who I've been speaking with, as I'm seeing a lot of people are moving and going through breakups and going through major life changes as we finish this year off. And it's not by coincidence at all. And I found it very interesting because I'm like, damn, like I'm going through those same challenges. Life is calling me to evolve. Life is calling me to let go of the old. Life is calling me to reflect, sit still, appreciate, fully be present in the moment, and be grateful for everything that I have, but also learn to not attach myself to anything. And I've attached myself so much to this apartment, to where I live, to the street that I live on, that I am blessed to walk anytime I'm stressed. I've grown so attached. But guys, you have to understand, life can end like this. And once I really started sitting still and understand high frequencies, high vibration, low vibration, I started looking at my situation from a completely new lens, that I feel emotional because I have to I'm moving. I feel emotional because of changes in my life. But it's not about me. It's about the people in my life. Don't you understand that once you start thinking of the people in your life, and time is not, we don't get time back. Don't you understand that? Once I started living in my higher self, I understood what God was doing. God is like, I want you to help the world. I want you to help your family. I want you to help your loved ones. This house isn't serving you no more. What you're doing is not serving you no more. I'm sorry. You don't have too much time. You need to help them because their lives may end. Don't you understand that? So when you think that you're going through something, take a step back, reflect. Think of your loved ones. Think of your family. How much time do you think you really have with them? God needs to develop you. You're struggling right now. Good. God is developing you. God is preparing you for your purpose, for you to stand up, rise up, and be the king and queen that you need to be for your family, for your ancestors. Fuck your friends. It's all about your legacy, your ancestors. That comes first. Serving the world. You serve the world how? You serve the world by becoming your greatest self. Your greatest self is going to require discipline. It's going to require you to be courageous. It's going to require for you to fail. It's going to require you to surrender to something greater than yourself. I love you guys, man. I just want you guys to feel like you guys can do anything. Because you guys can. I believe I can do anything. You can do anything you set your mind to. Your mind is so powerful. And yet, you hang around people who complain. You hang around people who don't think big. You hang around people who create this version of how your life has to be. That's why it's important that you be alone, because it's when you be alone, when you spend time alone, is when God can enter your life. When God enters your life, you start understanding that everything that is happening in your life is for a greater reason. And that reason is the reason you ask for. So if you want to be great, you need to ask to be great. My whole life, I've always asked God for two things. I've asked God to make me rich, and I asked God to make me better. And now I feel tremendously rich. And now I feel tremendously better. Because I'm living for the world and not living for myself. I don't drive a Lamborghini yet. But the Lamborghini's on the fucking way. I don't live in a mansion yet. If I want a mansion, it's on the way. I don't have these things yet, but I do have them. Don't you understand that? You always get better. You always get what you ask for or better. It's already on the fucking way. I don't need that stuff to make me happy. I'm already happy. I'm grateful as fuck that I'm young and I'm healthy and I'm handsome and I'm capable to help people. Like, don't you understand that? It's not about how and the job. No. It's not how it works. God provides. The universe provides. All you have to do is tap into that thankful feeling. Like, it's already fucking done. How do I serve you, God? What do you need me to do? Do you need me to smile more and be more kind? Do you need me to open a door for more people? Do you need me to spread more love and light? What do you need me to do so I can show you that I love you and I'm grateful for where I am in life? It's only when you're grateful for the little that you have, the little that you fucking have, is when the universe can provide you so much more. But a lot of you guys don't understand how to do that. And that's a fucking law of the universe. Dumbass. Learn to be grateful for everything, bro. Spend a day with me. I'm grateful for everything in my life. Everything. Because I can lose it tomorrow. You can lose your life tomorrow. I love you guys.